Yeah, forgot. There. Now she's pointing out again that Barack's all evil and he's voted for killing puppies and kittens and then hates old people, and they all do that again. Then she pointed out that she really hasn't... Oh yeah, they're for killing puppies. No, they didn't actually say that, but they practically say that. Then she pointed out that there's really nothing she's promised that she has to go back on because she's only been at this for 5 weeks, which, good point. When you haven't had much experience doing stuff, haven't had much time to promise stuff, yeah, pretty easy to not go back on it. But then she pointed out that McCain hasn't made a promise that he won't keep. That already went out the window because both Barack and McCain said they're against all this pork fail stuff, and they both voted for the bailout. So, not... Oops! Yeah, welcome to politics. Then they went on to... Oh, wait, then Biden responded that Barack voted that way because he supports alternative energy, that he voted to get rid of tax breaks. Oh, look, another person asking for my... Oh, no, not asking for ASL. Sweet! Next question. They said, would you support a bill to make bankruptcy harder? Palin said that she would have, but times have changed. No, I'm not on the chat. For some reason it won't accept my password. I don't know what's up. I can get on the forums right now, but I can't get on the main site either, so my poor doll is just sitting there, dying. Yeah. Anyway. You know what? That was a really boring question, the support bills to make bankruptcy harder, and they really didn't say anything, so I'm just gonna skip it, because it was really uninteresting. So going through, I did this in class, so I've got to skip past all my real notes. Next came the interesting question of global warming. Is it real? Who caused it? What should we do? Palin said that it's real, but it's not entirely man-made. But since that's not a popular opinion, she said, but let's not talk about the causes. Let's just go on to what we're going to do about it. She said we need to encourage other countries to care about our environment. She didn't really talk much about if we should care, but other countries, they definitely should. That we need to go for an all-of-the-above approach. That's a big thing that McCain's been pushing too. What that means is essentially that we should be for coal, well, clean coal. They don't like just coal. That's how you get the whole Industrial Revolution, we kill our environment type deal. That we're for nuclear, that we're for... And by the way, it's nuclear. It's not nuclear. Okay? Palin did it again last night. This whole... It's spelled nuclear. N-U-clear. Ugh! Yes, exactly. That's how it's spelled. Anyway, so then Biden said that it's clearly man-made, that we clearly need to do something to fix this. And if you don't understand what the cause is, you can't figure out a way to fix it. Fair point. He pointed out that McCain has voted against alternative energy, that Barack believes in safe nuclear, which I hadn't heard before. I didn't know that he was in nuclear, too. So I was actually glad to hear that, because I think that's actually important. But that we should invest and create jobs with alternative energy. And pointed out that McCain's been big on drilling, and it'll take... Oh, this is an interesting fact. This whole drilling thing, it'll take 10 years before we see any oil come out of the ground if we drill now. I hadn't realized that before. And I looked it up, and sure enough, that's true. So it's important to kind of balance that whole idea out. Then Palin corrected him. I don't know how this was a correction, but it's not drill. It's drill baby drill. Oh, snap. Well, in that case, totally different, right? Said that Barack and Biden are against domestic solutions, that they're for having everyone else be in charge of our energy. That's not quite true. Then she pointed out her pipeline. Yeah, Alaska's really big on their pipeline. That they've got an oil pipeline that's coming down from Alaska. You know, I'm actually not quite clear on where it goes to. I think it goes to Canada. I could be totally off on that one. But it's really important to Alaskans, so it was important, her as governor, to be in charge of that. And she brought up Biden's point that he made a while ago, that drilling is raping the earth, his phrase. Yeah, not exactly popular to compare a violent crime with an environmental issue. It makes you sound like kind of a jerk and a crazy dude. I have on my notes that she mispronounced nuclear again. And that she supports capping emissions, which is basically, I mean, have you ever been behind a truck and it smells really bad because there's all the emissions coming out? Basically, they want to make less of that come out. Basically say that you can't sell a car unless less stuff comes out the back. Very simplified. But that's basically the idea. And both of them are for that. So, there you go. Not really a big arguing point for either one of them. I'm not quite sure what that means, but then Biden said that he supports clean coal, which is a good idea because clean coal was sponsoring this debate. If you watch the ads, yeah, so I was kind of like, oh, what a shocker, you support the guys that are supporting you. But then he pointed out that the raping comment was about dirty energy, not about clean energy. So we're back to that whole, like, someone makes a statement and it gets picked up and they get in trouble for it and they have to redefine it. Then the next question, which is one that I'm very big on, was, do you support same-sex marriage? But first they discussed same-sex benefits, which is that you allow, basically gay couples to have the same rights as straight couples. Can they sign contracts together? Can they visit each other in the hospital? If one goes in a coma, can the other one make medical decisions for them? That sort of deal. And Biden said absolutely that there should be no constitutional difference between a gay couple and a straight couple. That all that stuff should be the same. Palin said, not if it redefines marriage from the traditional view of one dude and one chick. Oh, hi, Nick. Then she said that she was tolerant of people who choose their partners, which I thought was an interesting phrasing. It brought out that whole, is it a choice, is it not a choice argument. Something I wanted to point out right now that I did not know is that apparently Obama and Biden are both against same-sex marriage, which, oh yeah, they answered that next. Both personally and politically. So I hadn't realized that. Well, that was an interesting point. Then Palin said that she's a diverse family. I'm not sure what she was pointing out there, but she said she had a diverse family. But that no one would prohibit basic legal rights, that no one's going to prevent someone who's been living with their partner for 12 years from making medical decisions for them, which is, that's totally true. No one's going to say, no, you can't go in there. Then Biden pointed out that he does not support redefining marriage, that it should be up to individual faiths, that there should be no civil rights distinction, that both of them agree on it. Yay! Agreement! Fun! So, I guess that's all the time I have for right now. Yep, there are my dogs. Minidoxigirli. I have a little dachshund. That's me. So, basically, I have to head out now. I didn't get through even like half of what I planned to, but I guess I'll pick up everything else next week. So, yeah, thanks for, yes, I'm going to eat my dogs. They're quite tasty. I'll see you guys next week. Bye!